Hey, bestie.
Hey, bestie.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. How was your week?
It was good.
Yeah.
So far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
Do anything new? Interesting?
Just working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing podcasts with my bestie.
Yay!
How about you? Do anything fun?
I watched a fun episode of Eureka.
Oh, really? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. This is season 1, episode 2. It is called Many Happy Returns. It originally aired on July 25th, 2006. And it was written by Andrew Crosby and Jamie Paglia, our creators of the show. It was directed by Jeffrey Levy, Levy, however you pronounce that. This is the one with the ghosts.
Ghosts.
Or cloning.
Or cloning. Or both.
Or both. So the funniest part that I learned on the commentary from the pilot is that when they got picked up by Sci-Fi, whoever picked them up, the guy said, well, just make sure, just don't do any cloning episodes.
No promises.
So episode 2
got cloning. Here for it. Before we get into it, I do want to note something I find a little funny.
Okay.
So I just used your restroom before we started this.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just a little fun fact. But also, the reason I'm telling you is because I noticed something on the counter of the bathroom.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Can't talk about that one yet. But did you also notice the poster?
I didn't notice the poster. I was very distracted by...
There is a Eureka cast poster in that same bathroom.
Amazing. Yes. I did not. I was very... There's a lot of There's a lot of stuff in that bathroom.
That is the nerd bathroom.
Yes, it is.
So yes, everything from...
Every time I go in, it'll be something new to look
at. Buffy to Doctor Who to Eureka
to Star Trek
to
Jurassic Park.
Yes, Jurassic Park references.
Yes.
All it's kind of... That's... I don't use it as much as I should, but that's kind of my... bathroom. That's my ode to everything nerdy. I mean, it's all over
the commode.
It's honestly
your commode.
My ode to nerdery is all over my house, but yes. That's where it's all like mostly concentrated.
I love it.
Oh, there's also Back to the Future in there too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's lots of things for you to look for. I guess eventually I'm gonna have to post a picture in my bathroom. Huh?
Well, I already have a picture for you to post eventually.
Okay. So. All right. We'll get there. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. Lovely little figurine waiting for me.
Brilliant. So this episode, though, it opens on the same couple as the very first pilot episode.
Yes, but in a very different manner.
In a very different way.
Yes.
Because we are at their funeral.
Yes, a joint funeral for a lovely couple.
Yes. And this is also the episode that made me hate Beverly.
Okay.
Like, seething. Like, there is no redemption for this woman for me. Ever.
Okay.
And you'll get why. She murdered this boy's mom.
Yes, I knew this.
After he also thinks his dad is,
that his dad is
his
dead.
Dad is gone.
Yes.
She straight up murders his mom.
Yes.
And tells everyone it was suicide.
Yes.
So this poor little tiny boy thinks that his mom just up and left him.
Yes. Devastating.
The trauma.
So much trauma.
And it's pure evil.
It is.
Pure 100% evil, and she will never be forgiven by me.
Okay, it makes a lot more sense now that you say that. However, I feel like that's the first episode.
Yes.
So, but this one...
But it hits. Because
it hits hard,
we're at the funeral.
We're seeing him miss his mom.
Brian is crying. He puts a rose on his mom's coffin.
Right.
It's heartbreaking.
Right.
And Allison says as they walk away from the funeral, taking your life and taking a job are hardly the same thing.
Because she says when you have a kid, you don't get to just walk away.
Right.
Which Zoe had told Zach that. Zach, I do this every time.
Why?
Zoe, Jack.
Yes.
Zoe told Jack that when he took the job as sheriff in Eureka.
Yes. But taking your life and taking a job are hardly the same thing. And this is truth.
Absolutely.
Whether Zoe looks at it that way or not, it is truth.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, all that heaviness. Let's get out of the heavy.
It opens with heavy, so
it does open with heavy. But we get our first glimpse of the ghost.
We do. We see
the ghost.
We see some flashes.
Yes, but I said it's a ghost, but it's a science-y ghost.
Yes, it is very sciencey ghosty.
Yes, it's a science-y ghost.
It's electric-y.
Yes, and things go wrong with his Jeep.
Yes.
Things go wrong with the car.
It's like short circuiting, but also the horn won't stop going off. The alarm's going.
Yeah.
Lights.
So, weird stuff. Then we go to the sheriff's office. Jack wants to get his stuff back. He's on the
Yes.
phone, and nobody believes in ghosts.
Yeah.
People are calling about ghosts.
He's on the phone talking to the movers, and Joe's like, this is an important call, you got to take it. And he takes it, and he's like, very funny, calling the new sheriff about ghosts.
Nobody believes in ghosts.
I get it, hazing the new guy.
And then in walks Susan,
a dead woman. We
the
just
dead
buried
woman.
her.
And so here's the ghost.
Right.
Here's a ghost in Susan.
And we just watched her die in the last episode. So like
we're all like, excuse me, well, you did.
And so there's the ghost.
Yeah.
We think.
Opening credits.
Opening credits.
Can we talk about the opening credits? Because they're kind of brilliant. Did you watch the opening credits? It's okay. I have things. First of all, I have to say the theme song is my ringtone.
Is it really?
Yeah. Like if you actually called me on the phone, which nobody ever does anymore, and if I had my phone not on silent, which I never do anymore, that is my ringtone.
I did listen to the music. I do thoroughly enjoy the theme song.
The theme song is great. I love the opening credits. It's people living their normal lives, but with an advanced science-y twist.
Okay.
So first you have a hover car on the first street. Okay, so you see this hover car. You see a paper boy delivering the paper. With a robotic arm.
I love it.
Then you see the guy mowing the lawn about to catch the paper with a laser lawnmower.
Magical. Okay, I'm watching it as you're speaking.
Yep. Then we see 3 dogs. Are they clones? They have a drone dog walker.
Love that.
Yep. And then we're fueling up the hover car.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't you think it would be electric?
You would think.
Yeah, but they use regular fuel. What fuel do you think it's using? I don't know.
Probably vegetable oil. That was when the vegetable oil car was a big thing.
Oh, could be. Then you see a kid drawing with chalk on the sidewalk, but it's an equation.
Little homage to Kevin.
Pulls out, it's an equation, just like Kevin in the first episode.
Yep.
So I'll call back to that. And then buildings defy gravity on Main Street. And then we see Jack looking at the buildings.
We do.
Defying gravity.
Defying gravity. Please cut that.
Maybe.
Thank you so much.
Maybe. All right. So now we're into the episode. Susan doesn't even know that Walter is dead.
Yeah, she walks in and says, "Where's Walter?"
Or why everyone thinks she's dead.
Yeah, she's annoyed. People keep looking at her.
What is happening?
She's upset because her parents called her thinking she was dead and asking about her son.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm not married, I'm not dead, and I've never had a child.
Yes.
And so what's happening here? My first thought was we're in the age of metaverses, parallel universes.
Yes.
So I was like, is this parallel universe vibe? Is that what's happening here?
Maybe. But of course, Jack is like making a joke. He's like, not like we have a standard undeading form.
Right. And Joe says, actually, in triplicate. We love a good triplicate form.
In triplicate. Of course, GD has better than a DNA test. Quote.
Yes.
I don't know what this test is, but it's better than a DNA test.
It is.
To see if this Susan is the same Susan.
Right. Because she's saying like her and Walter aren't even together.
Right.
According to her.
Yeah, they separated a long time ago.
They wanted different things.
Right. Which, it happens.
Valid.
Yeah.
Totally valid.
How much do we love Henry was my next note. Okay, so we have mechanic. Now, we see him, he's exhuming the body.
Yes.
Okay. He's forensics.
Yes.
And a coroner.
Yes.
Board certified.
Board certified.
He invented the little thingy he's got.
Yes.
And so he's an inventor.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Morton is perfect and Henry is everything.
Yes.
So we can go ahead and add those titles to our ongoing list of Henry's jobs.
We can.
So now...
Also, I love the patch.
Rips the patch. His switching out
puts his
of the
new
patch
job on there. Yes.
Makes me giggle every single time.
And I think you and I can both appreciate the troubleshooting of take the battery out.
Yes.
And then Jack leaves, he goes, battery.
Why didn't I think of that? Yeah.
How many times have you and I been on a job and I've been like, did you try this? And you're like, Oh no.
No, that would make way too much sense.
Like, oh, that.
Oh,
Or the
that.
time I fixed your lens and you're like, what'd you do? I'm like,
I don't know.
I turned it on and off again. I don't know. Like, I looked at it.
I looked at it funny and it obeyed.
Yep.
But yes, so Henry's jobs are now mechanic, engineer, inventor, forensics, coroner. Board certified.
Absolutely.
Board certified. We love it. We get some more electronic interference with the thingy, pull the battery, and he marvels that he doesn't think of it. Because his science brain was, I figure Henry didn't think of it because his science brain was too focused on fixing it in the moment that he didn't think of just how to make it stop first.
That's smart. I like that.
So-
he wants to know the why.
Yes, he wants to know the why before the how do I
what.
make it stop? Whereas Jack is like, make it stop.
Right.
So pull the battery. Do what I do to my television remote. Or,
Right.
you know, so yeah, pull
To
the
our camera.
battery. We go to GD. We get some exposition on how global dynamics in the company town operates. And they're going to go meet the new director of Global Dynamics.
They are.
Because apparently Warren's gone. He's no longer the director, but now we get to meet the new director. And surprise! Allison knows him.
Yes, but she doesn't know that he's there.
Right.
She's
She didn't know
also
until
meeting.
this moment.
She is also meeting the director.
Right.
with Jack.
Right. So they're going up, they're talking about how they're meeting the new director. They don't know who it is, but then surprise, Allison knows him.
Yeah.
And this is Nathan Stark.
It is Nathan Stark, which I always laugh at a Stark in a science thing.
And that was on purpose.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
love
they
that.
did model him. So remember though, this is 2006.
This is before
the Iron
MCU.
Man movie.
Wow.
So this was a deep cut,
Yeah.
like reference to Tony Stark.
Interesting.
But Stark was named after Iron Man, Tony Stark.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
And before that was like a household name.
Right.
You know? So, because Iron Man was a kind of unknown comic before the movie.
Yeah.
Like comic book lovers knew him.
Right.
But it wasn't like a household name like it is now.
Absolutely. It's so weird to think about a time when like MCU characters weren't like household names.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And maybe we're showing our age. I don't know. Because we knew that time before.
But yeah, so we're seeing a lot of chemistry or history.
Yes.
With
Nathan and Allison. So did you notice too when they're talking to Nathan at first, right behind Nathan is a poster, the print of Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man.
I didn't notice that.
Which is considered the perfect man.
Interesting.
Because Da Vinci modeled it off of the Fibonacci sequence and, you know, all that stuff. So this is Nathan's office. He's got a print of the Vitruvian Man in his office. Is this his ego showing?
Oh, maybe. He does have an ego. You can feel it.
Right from the jump.
Yeah.
Right from the jump. Yes. So
again, very Tony Stark.
I liked that choice.
Yes.
And he's married to Allison.
He is Allison's husband.
Allison's
his ex-boyfriend. He's my husband.
Oh, yes.
Noted.
Yes. Susan and Joe take a drive. Susan notices her dream home on said drive. So of course Joe,
it's like she's seen a ghost.
So Joe stops for her to check it out.
She said, "This is the house we planned. We built this house together."
She picked out the wallpaper.
She
sees a photo of herself, her ex-husband, and a child she never had. Like, how weird would that be?
Just insane.
As someone who never chose to have children, like, that would be the strangest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the same choice she made. She made a choice not to have kids, and now she's in this life where she has a child.
Yeah. Well, or everybody thinks she has a child.
Correct. Yes.
Let's put it that way. But so then we're at Allison's house. Brian is staying over there with Allison and Kevin, and they must be like friends from school, like, or at least know each other from school because they're around the same age.
Yeah.
But I love the interaction that Allison and Brian have, where Brian asks, "How does he do that?" when Kevin does some sort of math thing, and Brian asks, "How does he do that?"
She says his brain just works differently.
Yeah,
I love that.
And how perfectly simple and accurate.
Yes.
You know, I love that.
And I love the interaction between Allison and Brian. Like, it's very
Yes.
much it takes a village kind of vibe. Like, you can tell they had a relationship before this moment.
Yeah, like she knew him, he knew her.
Like small town vibe of it takes a village.
Yeah. And the rest of the scene is very heartbreaking though, because
it absolutely is.
I know, you know, my mom said she'd come pick me up. She never did. She would have been there if she could.
Yeah, which is, it's nice that, like, as a child, they're shielding him from the truth of, or what they think is the truth, that she committed suicide. Not lying to him, but knowing that he's not at an age where he can understand that and don't want him to feel abandoned.
It's a way to say it to him that is truthful.
Yes.
But also not hurtful.
Correct.
You know?
And not traumatizing.
And
as
traumatizing. The daughter of someone who did die by suicide, it's true. You know, even with their thinking that she did die by suicide, you know, it's a disease. You still died of a disease. The disease,
if he could have, he still would be here.
Yes. And if she could have, she would have been there if she could.
Absolutely.
And
hashtag mental health matters.
Yes. Yeah. That's going to be, I think, a running through line in this.
Absolutely.
Anytime we talk to each other. Also, I want to say, fuck you, Beverly.
Fuck you, Beverly.
Fuck you, Beverly. This kid's mom did not die by suicide.
Right.
She would have been there if she could have, because she was straight up murdered.
Right. Absolutely.
Just saying. So fuck you, Beverly. So they go to bed. There's a ghost.
There's a ghost
in the house.
Kevin sees a ghost in the house.
Kevin sees a ghost. Terrifying.
Yes.
We've all had those nightmares too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, well, I believe in ghosts.
I don't know where I stand on ghosts, but I believe in things.
I kind of love Henry's take on ghosts. We get there later in the episode. But
he talks about, he believes in energy, and when someone dies, their energy can't just go away.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And that's kind of how I believe in ghosts also. Like, that we are all energy. But some energy science has not explained yet.
Correct.
Just like way back in Archimedes' day.
Right.
They hadn't explained water displacement yet. But then Eureka, he figured it out. So some energy science hasn't explained yet, and possibly our life force, our energy, is one of those.
Absolutely.
You know? And yeah, I believe in ghosts. It's a thing. So Kevin sees the ghost. It's terrifying.
He's not. Let's clarify though. Like, Kevin's not terrified.
Oh, he's terrified. Do you see the look on his face? He is terrified. He's like aghast. He is not having it.
When I watched it twice, he is like, he's surprised. Okay, he is terrified.
Yes.
But he reacts to it in a very analytical way of drawing it.
Yes.
Like, and that doesn't sound analytical.
That's how he gets it out.
Right.
Yeah. Before we get to his scary drawings, Carter is sleeping in the jail cell.
He is. Very cozy.
He doesn't have a house. He doesn't have his stuff.
He's miserable.
He's miserable. He's sleeping in the jail cell. And here comes Fargo.
Just creeping in.
To help. He's creeping in. Open door policy. No locks on the doors.
Yeah. Sheriff had an open door policy.
Yeah.
Lock doesn't work.
Oh, and don't sleep on the fission-powered portable generator.
Literally.
But why?
Why would you in the first place?
A fission-powered portable generator.
Why are you? Well, I think so. He put it there so it looked like a body sleeping there. So
right.
So that the intruder would go to that.
But why is there a fission-powered portable generator at the sheriff's office?
Well, the sheriff's office should have a generator.
It should, but why fission?
Why didn't Jack get any kind of training on the dangerous tech that was there?
Truth. Truth. Why didn't Joe, day one, orientation?
Don't touch this.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that. By the way.
Yes, this explodes.
This gun is mine.
Yes. My Blade 3 gun.
My Blade 3 gun is mine. Why? Okay, so I wrote, why is anything fission powered just chilling in the sheriff's office? What kind of power needs do they have in that office?
So many, apparently. Was it confiscated? We'll never know.
Yeah. Maybe. That's true. But Fargo has a solution.
Yes.
He brings Carter to a bunker.
A restricted area bunker.
A restricted area bunker.
Yes.
But let's be real, this house is cool.
It's so... Okay, This might be a little like past your time, but did you ever see Smart House on Disney Channel?
I did not.
Okay, so it's like a classic Disney Channel movie,
Okay.
like back in the heyday of Disney Channel movies. And it's literally just about a smart house. And so I feel an episode, at least one, of AI taking over coming in the many seasons we have to go.
Okay.
But this house is very much the Smart House from Smart House. And I don't know which came first. I feel like Smart House is older.
You know what I do remember?
What do you remember?
The Smart House exhibit at Epcot.
Oh, I absolutely remember that. Let me see. But so the Smart House, I mean, she talks like her. I mean, not in Fargo's voice. But
what? That's not Fargo's
it's not
voice.
Fargo's voice.
Fargo contends that it is not his voice.
Yes.
Is that you talking like a girl?
What? No.
Okay, so this house is cool. Her
Amazing.
name is Sarah.
Yes, the self-actuated residential automated habitat, which is funny. In Smart House, which came out in 1999,
Yes.
the house's name was PAT, short for Personal Applied Technology.
Okay.
Yes. And I do love that Sarah is so similar to Siri.
I do. I love, again, is that you talking like a girl? No. So then, Carter he's hesitant, but he settles in a little bit.
Yeah, she offers him a beer on tap.
Yes, and the sports ball game.
The sports ball game.
The
yes.
sports ball game.
And he says, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Beautiful. How right you are, Carter. So then we go to morning. Kevin is drawing the ghost now. This is how he gets it out.
Yes.
Carter is rudely awoken.
By the house going crazy.
By the house going
yelling
insane.
at him.
Yelling
as he
at
says,
him.
Which I love, because that is, why are you yelling at me? Why is your house yelling at me?
He calls customer support, and Fargo loves doing voices. Because
Yes.
he answers in a British accent.
He does. As a female again.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of a Mrs. Doubtfire kind of.
Hello!
Carter says something about the voice of the house, and Fargo says, just waiting to hear back from Sarah Michelle Gellar's people.
Yes, we love a deep cut of another geek.
I can relate, though, Fargo, because he wow.
Of course, it's Sarah Michelle Gellar. Who hasn't? Who can't relate?
Sarah Michelle Gellar, smash or pass?
Smash.
Smash.
Didn't even have, that wasn't even a pause.
My first girl crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, Buffy. Yeah, that's one of my cats. Then we go to Global Dynamics again, and we see the new logo. It's so much better.
So much better.
So much better. Thank goodness they changed it, because this is the logo we do live with.
Yes.
Throughout the series.
Perfect.
So much better. We love it.
We love that it's a pyramid.
It is. It's a pyramid. It's got cool letters.
Yeah, I'm excited to.
It's got like a little globe in the middle of it.
It's got some arrows pointing up.
Yep.
Synergy.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah. So we like this logo way better.
Font is so much better.
Good. Yes.
Good font.
Good job, graphics team.
Yes.
Or whoever. Art department. Art deck. Somebody in the art department.
Someone did a good job.
Somebody did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yes. Allison had a hard night and tells Carter the broad strokes, but then says, forget it. And he says, okay, like he's going to drop it. But then in the same breath starts praying.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, about her personal life,
Boundaries,
too. Like,
man.
what are you doing?
Boundaries.
Carter, we don't like this look on you. I love you, but we don't like this look on you.
Right. But we're here for the bioscan.
Yes. He is good at his job. He looks in the right places and finds the things that he needs. Finds the information. Because, like, he knew before Henry even came in and said it that they're both Susan Perkins. Because he found out Walter's original research was on stem cell research.
Yeah. So he assumes it's a clone.
Yes.
And Henry says it's so much more than a clone.
Yes.
Because it was created tissue for tissue at this age.
As an adult. Which normally in cloning, it's not, you don't just have a sheep and then all of a sudden have another full grown sheep. You have a sheep and then
an embryo.
Yeah, and then that grows up from a baby into the same sheep. But
it's Dolly.
Yeah. So this one, and she obviously has all the same memories as the old Susan.
Up until that point.
Yeah, up until the point.
So the brain,
when
you can assume the brain was also recreated exactly the same.
Yeah, with all the same electrical firings and memories, and that's beyond.
Yes,
that's beyond cloning.
If anyone knows anything about cloning, let us know.
Right. If you are a cloning scientist, out there listening to our crazy Eureka podcast, feel free. I need to get us an email address.
Yes,
we keep
absolutely.
saying let us know, but how?
Instagram. Message us on Instagram.
You can message us on Instagram. So Nathan then is in his office.
Mm-hmm.
He sees the ghost.
He does see the ghost. A power surge.
He gets zapped.
Does get zapped.
But it's an electrolyte imbalance.
Yes.
Because his electrolytes are out of balance.
Yes.
Love the mansplaining.
Yes.
Except by love, I mean hate. He flirts with Allison.
Hey, Corinne. How does a mansplainer get water? A well, actually.
Took me a second.
Well, actually.
But then we see him flirting with her at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
He's flirting and
he still has the flame.
He's doing the thing. Then he talks to Carter for a minute about, what's actually happening in Carter's job.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly, so you're sleeping with my wife?
Yeah. Carter says, that's not what you think.
Wait, quote unquote, my wife.
Right.
Sorry, my dude, you left.
Right.
You are separated. How dare you call her?
Yeah, and he doesn't even say it nicely. He says screwing, right?
No, he says sleeping with.
Does he?
Yeah. So are you sleeping with my wife? And I'm sorry, but she's not your anything.
Right.
Exactly. Barf, toxic masculinity is my note. And I even have a little gross barfy face in my notes. Henry theoretically believes in ghosts. And here is where we begin our Henry Deacon theoretically watch. Every time Henry says theoretically, I'm going to make a little hashtag, a little hash mark.
I love it.
Little tick mark right here. We're going to count how many times Henry says theoretically in this series. We only get one this episode, but here we are. The house is calling.
Yes.
The house. If my house ever called me on the phone.
Honestly, I'd love if my house could call me.
I might be a little creeped out.
But also like, hey.
Although I would also be creeped out if my house just suddenly started talking to me. So I guess that would be the first creep. But so I guess calling me is not that far of a stretch.
Right. So we do have like literal smart houses now where you can change your. Wow.
That's my cat. If you can hear it. Hello, Castiel.
Ow.
That was Maddie. So the house calls and talks to him. And we find out that Mr. Judgy about Allison's husband is also still married.
Yes.
But separated.
Correct.
So has he disclosed that to Allison? He was all huffy that she didn't disclose that she was married. So
it's a very good question.
Double standard, Carter. Just saying.
Very good point.
And then, oh hi, Beverly is worried.
Bitch, you should be.
I don't even know what that is in reference to. That's just what's in my notes.
We see Susan walking with Allison.
Oh,
Susan 2.
Yes. Susan
walking
and
with Allison. She said, "It's me.
Street.
It's Susan, back from the dead." And then Beverly happens to see that, and she looks concerned.
She does, bitch. They're watching the footage from Jack's room last night, and they see the ghost on the footage.
Yep.
Jack has a brilliant idea of something that Henry's little remote, and then can control things.
Yeah.
And of course,
controls electric frequencies.
Henry's quote, "We're gonna need a bigger battery."
Love that Jaws reference. You
can tell that the writers of this are also big nerds.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm here for
I love
every
letters
second of it.
The nerds.
What?
What?
And so Allison is talking, of course, to Susan and telling her all about this child and Brian, and do you really want to walk away without seeing this child that is biologically yours?
Right, and this is a very interesting conversation for two people that don't have kids, one of which has chosen to not have kids
ever,
and me, who's on the fence, seeing where they just not caring right now, and not planning on it at any point anytime soon. But what would can you imagine someone, and it's almost like they're putting the pressure on her to raise this child,
right,
when she had made that choice not to.
Right.
It's like giving a kid up for adoption, but or not even knowing.
No, not even that. It's like donating an egg.
And not even that. It's even worse.
Yeah.
It would be like
someone harvesting your egg.
yes,
And
then
like,
being like,
oh, here's a kid. You want to raise it?
you
No.
should. It's yours.
No,
it's biologically yours.
No, I do not. So, like, in my notes, I have like, yes, Allison, I do want to walk away. I never chose to have a child.
Right.
And someone used my DNA to create one.
Right. That's got to feel so intrusive and so I can't imagine how violated.
Yes.
Yeah, you would feel.
Yeah.
Knowing that there was another you walking around without your permission, like without your consent.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine.
And then just think if Brian saw her like in the parking lot. Like,
absolutely.
Is my mom back? And then if she does choose to just leave, like, that's trauma. Like, what are you doing, Allison?
Yeah.
Stop. Susan does make a different choice than I would.
Yes. And she sees him in the playground, and you can tell there's like some kind of biological connection that happens where she feels pulled to him.
Right.
But she also says to Allison, like, let's go. Let's get out.
Yeah. But then he's
dies.
in danger.
Yeah. The car dies. The car shorts out.
They
and then
see
we
the
notice
ghost.
the school.
Yeah.
They see the ghost. They see the school. There's sparks flying. There's electrical surging.
Yeah.
And so the kids are in danger.
Yeah. So, like, as a human, sure, you want to help the kids.
Right.
But, I mean, she also, like, seems to then, like you said,
like the
be
mom
drawn.
The mom gene kicks in.
Right. That I was born without. And so then we go into the gym. There's electrical stuff. Allison passes out. Susan figures it out that it's actually Walter. And they get a machine in to help stabilize him.
They do.
And it's a good thing that Walter doesn't remember anything. I put that in air quotes because who knows what he actually remembers.
Right.
But
we've learned that he likes to run away from problems.
Yes, but he doesn't remember anything, and it's a good thing because Beverly would have straight up murdered him.
100%.
Because she's terrible. Oh, and Henry is the spelling bee champ.
He is.
How do you spell corporeal?
Yep. I have to go figure out how to spell corporeal.
And then Henry helps him out because he's spelling bee champ. We could add that to his list of professions, but no. I don't think it's official, so... And then I don't know why I wrote this, but I wrote, Joe is done with Carter's shit. Try not interrupting, Jack.
So I know that they're talking when he leaves the school.
Yes.
And Joe is trying to tell him that there's something at the station he needs to see. Something's happened.
That's it. Yes.
And he says, you know what? I've had it today. Unless it has to do, like, unless someone's dying.
Unless the world is ending.
Yes. Let me be.
Yeah.
Call me tomorrow.
And she's like,
you know what? Fine.
Fucking fine.
She says, you're the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the boss.
That's
literally,
right.
She's also going, I'm done with your shit.
And he literally says, that's right. I am the boss. Like, such...
Gross. So he goes home.
Sarah's mad at him.
Because he's late for dinner.
Sorry, technical difficulties. I can't hear you.
But then she lets him in because he says he's sorry.
And it's such a crappy apology. Like, I've had exes apologize to me like that. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's AI though. She's kind of new.
Yeah.
You know, she'll learn. So he goes in. He was relaxing in his massage chair.
Yes, he's finally taken a deep breath and relax.
Knock, knock, knock.
Uh-oh.
There's someone at the door. Hi, Zoe.
Joe says, turns out it couldn't wait.
Should have listened to Joe.
Always listen to Joe.
Should have listened to Joe. And that's where our episode ends for this week.
It does.
It does. But we're not done yet, Maddie. Because we have a game to play.
I love games.
Smash or pass?
All right.
Walter Perkins.
Pass.
Susan Perkins.
Pass.
Oh, okay, pass. Beverly.
Pass.
Hard pass.
Even before, like, when she was being her all, like, sex vixen-y,
yeah.
Pass.
I mean, before I knew she was evil.
No,
maybe.
She was always schmarmy.
No, I kind of liked it. But but she's evil, so pass. Nathan Stark. Smash. I knew you would smash. I would pass.
Yeah, I just love cocky guys. I can't help it.
I know. He's too.
I don't know. But we'll see. I'll see. That could change.
It could. It
Yeah.
could.
Like,
I might repeat some characters here and there.
Yeah,
but
like I don't love the my wife situation, but
Yeah.
like when that first scene with him, like, oh, smash. Yeah.
All right, last one. Smash or pass. The new Global Dynamics logo.
Smash.
Smash. Yes.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, I have one for you.
Okay.
Sarah.
Ooh. I mean, can you smash a house? I mean, I suppose you could.
We smashed a logo.
True. Pass.
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 She
I
knows
think
too
that
much.
would get problematic with how much she'd be waiting on me hand and foot.
Same.
Because that's what she was built for.
Yes.
Not
The
that I wouldn't
ultimate slave.
appreciate it, but yeah, no, definitely pass just because that would not be that kind of relationship.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. All right.
Perfect.
Well, bestie, have a great week.
You too, bestie.
You too.
Till next time. Bye, bestie.
Bye, bestie.
Madi and Rin are a pair of best friends and photographers. We have no affiliation with Sci-Fi Channel or the producers of Eureka.
This podcast is for fun, and everything we say is our own opinion and thoughts. Nothing is official. Email us at youshouldwatchpod1@gmail.com. That's youshouldwatchpod1@gmail.com.
Find and follow the show on Instagram at YouShouldWatchPodcast, all one word.
Find and follow Madi on Instagram at Anna Madison Photography, all one word, and find her on the web at annamadisonphotography.com.
Find and follow Rin on Instagram at Rin Photo Studio, all one word, and find Rin on TikTok at Wonderin. That's WONDERRIN. Be warned that the TikTok is scattered and ridiculous and contains lots of cats.
A big, big thank you to John Eric Copeland for the use of his song written for this podcast as the intro and outro for this show.
John Eric Copeland is the founder of From the Moment Music at FromTheMomentMusic.com. Thanks for listening.
Bye, besties.